Hi yogis, welcome to this 30-minute power yoga class. We'll begin seated on our feet in a kneeling position. You can untuck your toes like so, and then just sit back on your heels. We'll begin today by taking a few mindful breaths, inhaling, sweeping the arms high. Exhale, bring hands to center, close your eyes. Find your center. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms high, gathering in positivity in the air around you. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And one more time. Inhale, sweep your hands high, look up. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. Go inward. Keeping your pinkies and thumbs touching one another, peel open the 3 middle fingers. Keep the palms of your hands connected. And you'll create this cup-like mudra at heart center, which is called Padma Mudra or lotus. It symbolizes the potential for beauty in dark, murky places. Imagine your lotus mudra filling up with all of the things that you want to come into your life. They could be physical or not, mental, emotional, events, things, whatever it is. Imagine them pouring into your cup, into your lotus flower. Seal the flower now by connecting all of your fingers back into prayer, sealing all of those things you just brought into your flower for their manifestation. Now, if you'd like, you can tuck your toes underneath you to feel a stretch along the bottoms of your feet, and then again, just sit back on your heels. An option to just keep those toes untucked. We'll begin to take some nice slow neck rolls, moving the head in one direction and then the other, switching at your own leisure. Closing your eyes and being mindful of how this feels, noticing any areas of tension and spending some time there. And we'll bring the head to stillness once more and take some rolls with the shoulders, bringing them up and towards the ears and then dropping them back and down. Really try to take as big of circles as you can with your shoulders. When you feel ready, switch and go the opposite way, bringing them up and forward. And find stillness. Rise up onto your knees, sending those hips through. Widen your stance to hip width distance and inhale your hands above your head. We'll find steeple grip. So connecting all of our fingers except for the index and thumb. And shooting the pointer finger up towards the ceiling. Drop those shoulder blades down your back. This is also called Kali Mudra. It makes us feel strong and empowered. Point your fingers over to the right side of your room now. Finding a side body stretch along the left side body. Inhale through center and then take it over to the left. This Kali Mudra represents the goddess Kali and helps us to destroy negative energy. Inhale through center. And then we're just going to step into a squat. So 1 foot at a time. Our hips are sent back. You can look down and see all 10 toes. Knees aren't tracking too far forward. Heart is lifted, shoulders are back. And you can keep that mudra pointed up towards the sky or take it at heart center. So again, we were just in that kneeling position. Toes are tucked. And then you just step 1, 2 into the squat and back down. And then switch which footsteps first. So we're just going to move through this kneeling to a squat, chair pose, and back down. Keep moving, keep breathing. The arms are working, they're pointed straight overhead, biceps are engaged. Make sure that each time you step up to the squat, you find that same form. And the next squat will hold together. Lifting the abs off your thighs, heart is lifted, hips are back, and stand all the way up. Keeping steeple grip overhead, squeeze your quads, your glutes, suck your belly in. Find a strong Tadasana with steeple grip. Inhale here. Exhale, peel the arms open, one arm forward, one arm back. Keep the hips facing the front. Inhale through center, and then exhale, open up the other way. So your heart turns to face the side, hips stay forward. Inhale through center, find steeple grip. Open up the heart, take a gentle back bend. Exhale, send the hips back, keeping steeple grip. Fold halfway, find a flat spine. Inhale, rise back up, Tadasana. Exhale, chair pose, keeping steeple grip. And then just stepping back down into kneeling. Steeple grip overhead. Lower halfway. Find your edge, and wherever that is, just place your hands down in tabletop. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll move through some cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. So you can move through these at your own pace, taking any organic movements. You can flip your fingertips to get a stretch on your wrist. Just tune in to what your body needs right now. Take a few more rounds. Moving with the breath. Let's take 2 more here. And we'll find a static tabletop, sending the right leg back and left arm forward. We'll come into balancing on 2 limbs. Make sure your leg's strong. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee underneath you. Inhale, extend straight out. Exhale, tap it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, find a cat-like spine. Crunch it in. Hold it here. And then place the hand back into tabletop. Step your foot outside of your hands for runner's lunge. Sinking into that hip flexor. Your front knee is stacked over the front ankle. Then just shimmy that right foot in between your 2 hands. Coming into a kneeling crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Find Kali Mudra overhead. Squaring off her hips to the top of a mat by driving that left hip forward and pulling that right hip back. Almost as if someone behind you just guides your hips into place. And exhale, straighten through your front leg. Lower to a hover over the half splits. If you'd like, you can put your hands down for extra support, or challenge your balance by keeping your hands in steeple grip and hovering over your extended leg. Inhale, come back to lunge. Exhale, step it back into kneeling. Same thing here, we're just lowering, hinging from the hips until we find our edge, and then placing our hands on the earth, coming into tabletop. Let's take some circles with our tailbone, so drawing a big circle in the air. Tailbone draws towards the heels and then around towards the hands. Switching directions when you feel called to do so. Just a few more here. And find stillness. Balancing on 2 limbs, send the left leg back, right arm forward, nice and strong. Exhale, crunch it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow taps knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch and hold. Place the right hand back into tabletop. Step the left foot outside the left hand, coming into runner's lunge. Very good. Here for one more breath. Nice work. And when you're ready, you can heel toe that left foot into the center of your body in between your 2 hands. coming into kneeling crescent. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Find Kali Mudra overhead. Squaring off those hips. And on your exhale, extending through that front leg. And coming into half splits, hovering over the front leg. Keeping steeple grip, biceps by the ears, or placing your hands on the earth for extra support. Flex your toes back towards your face. Inhale, rise up, back through that lunge, and then suck it back into kneeling. Another exercise coming up here. We're just stepping into that chair pose like we did earlier, and then driving the hips into Tadasana. Sink back down, chair, and then kneeling. So let's go chair, standing, chair, kneeling. Keep going. One foot steps, other foot meets, drive through, chair, chair, kneeling. Step, step, hips, sink, kneel, kneel. Keep going, moving at your own pace. You can take it as fast or as slow as you'd like. We only have a few more here. Making sure to hit that proper formation we talked about earlier on chair. And then drive through to mountain pose. Exhale, crack open, twisting to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, crack open the other side. Inhale, back through center, finding steeple grip overhead. Inhale, gentle back bend. Point your fingertips towards the back of the room. Exhale, fingertips draw a line straight down in front of you, stopping halfway. Find a bend in your knees and then go all the way down into forward fold. You can hang here, you can reach your opposite elbows and find ragdoll, or just give your arms a break. They've been working a lot holding steeple grip. Shake them out, sway from side to side. Maybe nodding your head, yes, shaking it, no. Letting loose in the upper body. Your next inhale, find a flat spine, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat in front of you. Step back, find plank pose. We'll hold here for a few breaths. Engage all of your muscles like we did in Tadasana. Suck in your core. Shine your inner arms forward. And we'll flow through our Vinyasa Flow. So if you want to take Chaturanga from your knees, you can do so. Hugging elbows into ribcage. Or take it from your toes, hinging forward, dropping all the way down to the earth this first time. And finding Cobra, keeping the thighs on the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Since this is our first downward facing dog, let's walk it out, pedaling into one knee and the other. Really working into all those muscles on the backs of our legs. Making sure that we give love and attention to our whole body. Find stillness, and then inhale the right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, tap knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Then lifting the right hand off the earth, let's come into side plank. You can keep that right leg lifted, stacked on your other heel, or grounded in front of you, whichever variation you'd like to try. Finding strength here. And then you can come back into plank and step through into low lunge, or for a fun transition, try to tuck that knee in and around into low lunge, nice and slow, as gracefully as you can. And then we'll inhale, lift up into high lunge and find steeple grip overhead. So hips are square just like they were in kneeling crescent. Finding strength, feeling powerful, then launching off that back leg into Warrior 3. So making a T shape with your body, you can extend your steeple grip overhead or keep it at heart center. And we're just going to step back into that Crescent Lunge, shooting steeple grip overhead. Inhale here, exhale, launch off the back foot, Warrior 3, point your back toes straight down and step back, Crescent Lunge. Launch back, Warrior 3, nice and strong. And last time, stepping it back, Crescent Lunge. From here, we're going to launch into high crane at the top of our mat. So driving that left knee up, flexing those toes, engaging your core to keep that leg strong and lifted. Then begin to slowly extend through the front leg, holding here, strong core, strong leg. And then hinge forward, back through Warrior 3. Rebend your front knee and step back, Crescent Lunge. Plant the hands and let's flow through our Vinyasa. You can take it from your toes, knees, or Ekapata, one-legged. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move through that same flow on the other side. Inhale, left heel up to the sky. Finding three-legged dog. Exhale, tuck the knee in, hinge forward to plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lift the left hand off the earth, roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, finding your variation of side plank. You can hover that top leg or ground it, and then either moving through plank or just bending into that knee and stepping it around into low lunge. However you want to travel there is perfect. Inhale, sweep the arms high, finding steeple grip overhead. Feeling confident now. Feeling empowered. And launching into Warrior 3. Making a straight line from your heel to your head. Rebend the front knee, step back, Crescent Lunge. Launch, Warrior 3. Reground, Crescent Lunge, finding steeple grip overhead each time. One more time here, launch off your back toes, Warrior 3. Step down, inhale, sweep up, Crescent. This time launching into high crane, right knee drives up, toes are flexed. Every muscle in our body is engaged right now. And then extending through the front heel, straightening that leg. Holding here for one more second. And slowly hinging forward into our Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Rebending that front knee and stepping back, Crescent Lunge. Plant the hands and flow through your Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. One breath here. Nice and deep. Feel your rib cage expand. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale, sweep your right heel high. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Then we're going to tick-tock it across the body. Right knee, left tricep. Back and forth like a pendulum. Tapping each tricep. Once more, and then knee to nose, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, sweep up, Crescent Lunge, find steeple grip. Ground your back heel into the earth, find Warrior 2 legs, keeping steeple grip overhead, front toes still facing the top of your mat. Hips open towards the side. Inhale, point your fingertips towards the front of the mat, finding side angle, hovering over that front quadricep. Nice and strong here. And then we'll inhale through center. Exhale, point your fingertips towards the back of the room, finding reverse warrior. Inhale back through center. Pivot onto your back toes, back into that crescent lunge. Release your hands and flow through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Very good. Now we'll take the same thing on the other side of our body. Inhale the left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left tri. Bring it across your body, left knee, right tri, and keep tick-tocking it back and forth. Keeping your plank strong, just moving that knee. Then knee to nose and step it through, low lunge. Inhale, sweep high, crescent lunge. Finding steeple grip, Kali Mudra. Reground that back foot, finding warrior two. Making sure the front heel is bisecting the arch of your back foot. Inhale, find side angle, hovering over your front thigh. Maybe gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Core is engaged, it's working hard. Inhale through center, legs are staying the same and nice and strong. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through center, pivot onto your back foot to find crescent lunge. Plant the hands and flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath here, feeling our belly and ribcage expand. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, step or float into forward fold. Connect your hands into Kali Mudra. And as you inhale, we're going to move up into Tadasana nice and slowly, keeping our biceps by the ears, moving with a flat spine, all the way up into standing. Inhale, lengthen, fingertips towards the sky. Finding a strong mountain pose here, engaging our muscles. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Recenter yourself for a second here. Notice any physical or emotional feelings that have come up in your practice thus far. Release the grip, sweep your arms high overhead. We'll move into dancer's pose on the right here. Right elbow tucks into the right side body. Bend your right knee and reach for the instep of your back foot. Keeping that right knee connected to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward into your dancer's pose. Finding a spot straight in front of you to hold your gaze, to keep you stable and centered. It's okay to wobble or to slip up. We'll come out of it the same way we came in, moving through Tadasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, centering ourselves, coming back to our intention to be powerful and strong, to conquer. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, left elbow tucks into the left side body. Bend that left foot back. Reach for the instep of your back foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward, dancer's pose. Maybe this side looks or feels different than the other. That's perfectly normal. Inhale back through center, coming through Tadasana. And exhale, sink the hips back, moving into chair pose. Pausing here. Lifting the heart, fingertips towards the sky, biceps by the ears. Keep lowering now all the way down till your sit bones meet the earth. Coming into Navasana, boat pose. Float your heels off the earth. Point your fingertips straight forward. Find a flat back. You can use your hands on the earth behind you with your fingertips facing towards your glutes. And we're just going to take heel taps. So again, keeping that steeple grip or using your hands. Tap one heel down and then the other. Just moving through these heel taps, keeping the core engaged, keeping the heart and chest lifted. Coming back into boat pose each time. Shins parallel with the earth. Tap it out. Working the core. Keeping it nice and engaged. And then hold Navasana for one breath here. Keeping the heart lifted. And then slowly begin to lower yourself all the way down onto the earth. Rolling through each vertebrae of the spine. Let the feet drop. Then step your feet in about hip width distance apart. Make sure the small part of your back is flat on the earth. And then come into reverse tabletop, lifting your knees, stacking them above your hips. We're going to take some crunches here, so interlace your fingertips behind your head and twist and then straighten. So we're taking twisted crunches, one bent knee, one straight knee. Here we go. Twist, extend, bent knee, extend. If you're feeling good here, make your home base straight legs. So keep going, and each time you finish, that leg just goes back to a hover. As long as you can keep your whole entire back on the earth, then it is okay to challenge yourself this way. Keep your core engaged. Keep your legs strong. And keep going, you got this. Wherever you're at is a great place to be. Let's take one more each way. And then slowly lower your body all the way down to the earth. Inhale, arms overhead. Point the toes, full body stretch. And then stamp your feet back on the mat. Making sure the small of your low back is flat on the earth. Begin to shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you. Send your hips up towards the sky and then find steeple grip underneath your bottom. Pointing your fingertips straight through your feet. Keep your glute squeezed, hips lifted. Legs are strong, knees are pointing straight in front of you. And if you're feeling good, extend one leg straight into the air, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Other leg high for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stamp it back down. Lower your hips, unshimmy your shoulders, releasing that grip. Then just hug your knees in towards your chest, rocking side to side, massaging our low back, giving ourselves some love, feeling good for what we've just accomplished, for how strong we've proven ourselves to be. And let's find supine figure 4 stretch on your leg of choice, crossing that ankle over the thigh. Maybe interlacing your fingertips behind one thigh. Close your eyes. Find a mental and physical release here, just relaxing, finding ease in the posture. When you're ready, hug the knees back in and switch it out, crossing the other ankle over the other thigh, whichever leg you have not done yet. Again, just letting your eyelids shut gently. Feeling a detachment from trying to be anything, trying to force anything. We'll hug our knees back into center. Now let your knees crack open into supine frog. So just knees are hanging out, falling towards the edges of the mat. Not trying to pull them, just letting them naturally open as far as they'd like to go. And then bring the knees in towards the armpits to find happy baby, reaching for the outsides of your feet or ankles. You can rock from side to side, straighten through one leg and then the other, whichever variation of happy baby you feel like taking. It's your time to personalize your practice. We'll hug it all into one ball, bringing the forehead towards the knees. And then exhale, peel open into Shavasana, our final posture of class. Close your eyes. Just feel the weight of your body sinking into the earth. The earth is supporting you. Caressing you. It's always there for you. Noticing your breath, the warmth of each exhale, the pace at which you're breathing. Is it different from when you started class? And bring some movement into your fingers and toes. You can roll onto your right side, using your bicep as a pillow. Coming into fetal pose. Realizing that you are enough support for yourself. You are the best support system for yourself. And then pushing up into a seated posture to close out class. Just finding an easy cross-legged seat. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feeling proud of yourself and what you just accomplished. We'll bow our heads to seal our practice. Namaste. Thanks, yogis. Have a beautiful day.